Hey guys, Chris here from Tech Tablets. Hope you're having a good day. So I finally got hold of the X98 Pro dual boot version. This is the one that ships from the factory in Shenzhen that comes with dual boot. You don't have to flash it over and you're not going to risk having any problems with the camera, with the BIOS or anything like that. Now originally I ordered this gearbest.com and don't know what was going on, but it took them 3 weeks to not even send it to me. I asked and said, look, is it going to ship out? I need it for review. Here it is, finally. And you can see that's got the all familiar dual boot menu. It does look slightly different to the X98 Air version. Slightly different logos, a little bit larger around here. So they've made some cosmetic changes to the way it looks, but it still functions exactly the same here. So we've got Windows or Android. So I'm just going to go straight into Android now and we'll have a look at the ROM. So here's the stock launcher here that Teclast use. It's the same one they're using on all of their tablets. I don't particularly like it. It is a little bit laggy, or not so much the case here now with 4 GB of RAM, but it is a heavy launcher. The performance of it isn't too bad here. You can see I'm just moving here with my finger. Animations are smooth, and you do get a lot of pre-installed crap here that we don't need. Most of it, a lot of us probably aren't Chinese, so you can uninstall all that stuff from the actual launcher itself by just doing what I just did there. Or you can go over to settings and uninstall it from apps. Just go through all the downloaded apps folder there, all these ones here, go through and just remove all of this junk to help clean up the ROM until someone like Merrick190 from X98 forums hopefully comes along and gives us a nice ROM. Perhaps he will be making ROMs for the X98 Pro version. I don't really know. I think I saw a mention in the forum that he was going to get one, so we'll have to wait and see. So Android 5.1, and you can see here that yes, it is the K9C6. Other things to note that the free space, just show you that now storage, we've got 18.17 there, so plenty of space there to install some large games there from the Play Store. They're large games like Mortal Kombat X or Real Racing, ones that do take up like a gigabyte of data. There's plenty of room there. So cameras are now working, unlike the first model. If you converted that to a dual boot, which I did, cameras are broken at the moment until we get an updated BIOS for the first version users there from Teclast. I am keeping an eye on the forum and hopefully they come along and release one that's going to fix all those problems for us. So there are definitely a few things to uninstall. Now the Teclast Auto Update, or the over-the-air update tool here that they have, do run this when you get the tablet. If you are going to get this thing with root, you're going to root it. I haven't done that yet on mine. Then you should just keep this application for now, if you're running the stock ROM, of course, because they do push out quite a few updates there to fix tiny little bugs and things. There apparently is a couple there that fix any microphone or sound issues, so I need to get online and download those to fix my one. And overall, yeah, it isn't too bad. Now the amount of free RAM we have, I think is around about 3 GB. Just click here to clean the memory and that'll pop up and tell us how much. So yeah, we've got 3.2 there gigabytes of free RAM, so you can do a hell of a lot of multitasking there. You can just run loads and loads of things and then just tab through them all, of course, with the new little menu here that Android 5 has, that if you haven't seen it, the new task manager. So you can run thousands of, well, not thousands, but plenty of things in there without running into too many problems. Of course, the more you run, then probably the more that's going to have a effect on the battery there. So that's a look there at the stock ROM. On the Windows side of things here, I'll show you the free available space we have. Now I've kept the screen here in the 4:3 aspect ratio that the actual tablet uses. Free space, 21.5 gigabytes there. I'll show you the device manager. We shouldn't see any issues now with those cameras because this is the one that ships from the factory, so no problems there. Like the first model, if you flash that and converted it over to dual boot, the cameras at the moment are not working, but this model, of course, cameras, there are no problems here. There's nothing showing up there with any asterisks next to it, so all good there. So the disk drive here is a Hynix different. Last one I saw Samsung, so different drives used. They tend to just use whatever they have on hand at the moment. I think they just go through various batches and use different manufacturers. So we normally see Toshiba, Hynix, and Samsung. And on the 32GB models, which the Pro doesn't come with, you get crappy ones like BWin and N-Card. I think is 4C, which is not good at all. They are slow and horrible. I'm actually running in the background a quick crystal disk mark check here of the speeds. And this is that right here that I'm running. I'm doing 5 passes of only 100 megabytes per second there, and these are the average rates. So the drive is actually faster than this Samsung, I think there. Definitely with the sequential write rate there. 73 at the moment doesn't seem to be too bad there. 19 for the read, and 12, that's still finishing up. And no real bloat on here. I did have a couple of Chinese characters on the start menu, just here and here, with the names of the groups there in Chinese, but you can just simply remove that. Now the boot and shutdown menus were showing Chinese, so we want to get rid of that, and I'll just show you where you can quickly do that. So if you go into the settings and over to time, language, region and language, I think it is, along here, and then the additional date, time, and regional settings. Click on this, move away over to change date, time, number formats, this one here. Go into a min tab here, copy settings. This is where the problem's coming from. You can see the display, welcome screen display language is in fact in Chinese there. So we want to copy all of that. So click both of those, and we'll probably ask us to restart. Location, you probably want to change that to where you were based. So news will grab news from your geolocation there. Hit OK here, probably wants me to reboot. Restart, no, I don't actually want to do that now at the moment. And change system local, well normally that will change when you change your location, I think. So there's a couple of things you want to change, just those two there. And last but not least, OS switch. Running this will then switch you over to Android. Thank you for watching. That's just a quick little look there at the dual boot model that ships now, the K9C6 model, which is the current latest model here of the X98 Pro. Now we'll have a couple other videos coming up of this, so I'm just going to do some stress tests and whatnot, run a couple of benchmarks and see if it still gets up to 86 degrees and throttles. By the way, the Asus Transformer Book T100HA did the exact same thing, so I think it's more of a chipset issue. The Cherry Trails are hot, consume more battery, but they do offer more graphics performance there. Thank you for watching the video. Bye for now.